Okay, there's an issue that people are talking about, and that's the price of lumber. Price of lumber is going way, way, way up. And big industries are making all kinds of money. And the royalty, I don't know how that runs. Anyway, we're trying to get some answer here. I'm going to contact the Minister of Energy and Forestry, Mike Holland, and let's see if we can get some answers on what's going on. How come the big forestry don't pay their share? And like I said, I don't have nothing marked down. We both have ADHD, so this should be real good.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, not bad. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Got you on speakerphone there.
What are you doing? You calling from your machine number? You got a new phone?
Yeah, new phone. I just, never mind that. I don't discuss your personal issues, and you're not going to discuss mine. Okay, keep that ADHD in check. You still there?
Hey, man, you're cutting in and out.
Am I there?
You're there now.
Maybe I should call you Facebook. Are you in and out?
No, I'm fine. I'm sitting at my dining room table.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you good now, yeah.
Okay, everything's fine. Okay, so what's going on with this? I'm sorry. You are?
My name's Mike Holland.
Mike Holland, and you're an Irving lobbyist.
Am I an Irving what?
An Irving lobbyist.
I don't know. I think they could probably get paid.
You'll get paid more money if you were an Irving lobbyist.
You're cutting in. I don't have you there now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Charles?
Yes? Can you hear me? Hold it 1 second, Mike. Hold it. There is no editing here, so what the hell? This is why it's live. No editing. Wait a minute. Try this. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There you go. Okay, so what's going on?
What's going on? Talk to me. Tell me
Okay, yeah, what's going on? Price of some people can't, or some contractors were planning to build some homes, but the price of lumber is so high, they put a hold to it. They said maybe next year. And everybody's making all kinds of money. The forestry industry, the Irvings, and they're paying royalty, but the royalties don't go up, don't go down. Can you explain that?
Well, there's a couple things there, Charles. It's not just forest products. I mean, shingles, nails. There's lots of things that building supplies. Friggin' seeds for your garden are up like 3,000%. Like, it's not just forest products that are up. It's a period where there's products that the demand is higher, and absolutely, they're selling more, and the price is up.
Okay, so that's real nice. All products price are up. And us, we signed that forestry deal. Damn, David Albert. 2014.
Yeah.
So is the Irving making millions and millions and millions off the Crown land that taxpayers should...
Let's talk about the millions and millions and millions the Crown's making off of Crown land, Charles.
Yeah.
With our royalty, we charge royalties on Crown land. And we make, like, see, everybody says we're giving away Crown land. That's crap. We're making $75 million a year off of Crown land in royalties.
75 million.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we pay for forest fire fighting. We pay for budworm protection. We like the Department of Natural Resources.
Spraying. Yeah,
$2 million. Come on.
But
we don't take money from general revenue. We generate. Department of Natural Resources is a $100 million department, and $75 million of it comes from royalties. So a long story short is we're making royalties off of Crown land. Now lumber's up, but like million other different products are up as well. But we've got a stumpage price that up until recently was the second highest in Canada.
Shouldn't during this crisis everybody should be doing their share?
Well, what do you mean? Define their share.
Well, everybody should do their share. We're in a crisis. Your boss, Mr. Higgs, is always crying about, the money, we need money. And what was it there? See, this is not planned. We just went boom and we're doing this. What was it there? The native thing, the gas deal. Irving said that we're making, Higgs and Irving is almost the same thing, right? Oh, he's going to kill you or kill me. He said he pulled out of the gas deal because the natives were making too much money. So shouldn't the same thing be happening here?
No, I'll let the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs talk about that, but it wasn't because of making too much money. But at the end of the day, Charles, everybody needs to do their part. But we're in a time where lumber's selling at a pretty high rate, absolutely. But when it was selling at a bottom basement rate in 2017 and 2018, nobody was complaining then, and nobody said we should drop the royalties on Crown land at that point, right?
Okay, so why are we concerned now?
Well, I'm not, because there are places that raise the royalty rates, like Alberta, but Alberta raises the rates when the price is high, but they drop it when it's low. And what we've done is we've stayed steady along the way. If we had to use the Alberta pricing model for Crown land and timber royalties, we would be $50 million less in royalties since 2016.
What kind of person with ADHD are you? You and Ernie Steve, how are you so good in numbers?
Man, I'll tell you what, I got a weird brain. I got a weird filing cabinet. Some stuff sticks in there. But I can tell you want to talk numbers? If we had done what Alberta did since 2016, we would have generated $263 million in timber royalties. Okay? But by doing it the way we did, we generated $315 million in royalties with that stable, steady approach to Crown land timber royalties. And our royalties are like the second highest in Canada. We're not giving it away. Sorry, that's my grandson.
I know. I can hear him. He's healthy.
He's offering support to his grandfather. Or you. Maybe he's mad at me and he's siding with you, Charles.
There's some kids. Trust me. They hear my voice when they hear the video and they cry that unique voice. But no. But if you turn around, okay. So the numbers are numbers. I haven't talked to you for a while. Are they still gonna spray the forest?
Absolutely.
You, I know you're not a doctor. Ain't you concerned of the new disease, the brain disease that's up north?
Well, I did talk to the Chief Medical Officer of Health, and I said, whatever we can give for information, and if there's anything we can offer, we're there for it. This is very similar to the CJD disease, the neurological disease that they think it might be. It does show some similarities to CWD, which is a brainworm disease that affects ungulates like deer and moose and stuff like that. So I did reach out to the Chief Medical Officer, and our department's working with hers. But I mean, that disease, Charles, is focused. What we're seeing is cases in the Acadian Peninsula in Moncton, and quite honestly, if herbicide spraying, particularly the applications we use in New Brunswick, were at the root of it, wouldn't we be seeing cases in northwestern New Brunswick, down throughout the central part of New Brunswick, where the majority of the spraying takes place?
The Acadians they love their deer meat. They love their moose meat.
I don't know.
Rabbits.
I said, whatever you need, I told Public Health, whatever you need from us for data, we'll provide it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's serious. I want to make sure we pay close attention to it. But it's not presenting itself in the western part of the province where herbicide spraying in agriculture is present, or in agricultural areas. So So, or in the forestry areas, which I'm responsible for. So, at the end of the day, I'm there to provide any information or help or assistance, and I'll abide by whatever public health comes out with. But the initial data doesn't correlate between a connection between this neurological disease and the herbicide treatments that we're applying to forestry.
One last point. A friend of mine, she had a battle with cancer, and she survived. And a couple of days ago, she went on a nice plane ride. She flew all over the place, and she said she was really, really disgusted by the clear cutting.
Well, I can take you on a plane ride in the fall of the year and show you more vibrant colors of the hardwood than you could ever imagine. I mean, it depends on where I'm going to take you and take you for a flight, Charles. I don't like
to go for these rides, Scarface style. You know.
No, you don't have to worry. You and I got to worry when we get in with somebody else. But if we're doing it together, we'll be all right.
No, but you're concerned about the clear cutting. She saw the clear cutting all over the place. She couldn't believe it.
Well, Charles, I'm responsible for Crown land. Okay, I'm not responsible for industrial freehold land or private land, and nor should I be. That's privately owned land. On Crown land, we have 13% of Crown land that's in a plantation clear cut. No, I'm not concerned about that on Crown land. I believe that we have to make sure that we work to fulfill our commitment to conservation, to double the conservation land that I'm in the middle of right now, which will, by the way, put more hectares into conservation than currently exist in plantations. You know what? If you look at everything in isolation, you can find a million reasons to say the sky's falling. But if you look back at the entire picture, the way that we're approaching conservation and protection of natural areas and waterway protection, cold water protection, and containing forestry to the footprint that they're in right now, like, we're doing a good job. And I'm really glad that this lumber prices is coming up, because I did a political panel this week where I talked with other political parties, and they were saying, like, they were trying to make this a problem in New Brunswick alone, but it's not. It's not a problem in New Brunswick alone. This is a North American phenomenon. But here in New Brunswick,
down the states, all over.
Absolutely. Do you know that the private woodlot owners in Georgia are getting the same today, $25 a ton for wood that they were getting 40 years ago?
Why is that?
Look at the situation. Well, here in New Brunswick, 40 years ago, there was 400 mills. There's 40 now.
Yeah.
Just do them. I mean, there's less people to sell it to. There's less competition for the product. I mean, we're in a changing world. We got to make sure that.
So with the high price of timber, does that mean the government owns the land below surface, but when there's trees and everything, the private lot owners, they own that land. They could do whatever they want. Does that mean with the high price of lumber that you're going to see major clear cutting across the whole province?
Just hang on a second. I'm going to pick up.
Yeah.
Man.
Go ahead.
With the high price of lumber, what's that mean?
At high price of lumber, the private lot owners are they going to just clear cut all over the place?
Well, that's up to them, right? They have the choice to do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, I'm working with the private woodlot sector to eliminate barriers to them getting their wood sold to market. What they do with it, whether it's a selective cut, whether it's a clear cut, whatever, they're going to work that out with the boards. But my job is to make sure that I keep Crown stumpage higher than private stumpage, which we are. Crown land is more expensive than private. And the other thing is to work with the boards to make sure that their product can get to market first before Crown. And I'm doing both of those things.
Yeah, but ain't your job also to make sure that we go for a ride in the country that we could see trees?
But Charles, we can. We can see trees.
We can.
Now, at the end of the day, you want me to tell private landowners what they can do with their land?
Well,
I don't think anybody wants that.
But if under a capitalist system, if they could make all kinds of money, they're just going to continue to clear cut.
But put yourself in my position. People say don't cut on crown land. Okay, well, I'll do my best to make sure that the private land gets a chance to get their wood to market. And then, so then you're going to be mad. Like, industry is going to buy the wood that they need. People say don't give it away from crown. Well, I'm not. They say don't clear cut crown land. I'm saying, well, I've held the cutting of crown land for 5 years to create a runway to get as much private as I can into the market. I mean, like, do you want to be punched or kicked? I mean, how do I make everybody happy? I guess I don't think I can.
And this is a small province.
Yeah.
There's going to be no more wood left. No,
that's wrong. That's totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
Totally wrong. I mean, when we have 6 million hectares in New Brunswick, and 400,000 of those are in a plantation on crown land, like, we got lots of trees. We got lots of trees. We have more hardwood regenerating now in New Brunswick than we had in the 80s. I showed you the maps.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's time for a update map.
Well, we update them every year. And the stuff I showed you was from last year. I can show you the stuff from this year. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a diverse management process taking place. It's just, you know what? You hit it on the head. When you talked about the forestry plan in 2014, it made a lot of people mad. And then at that point, the facts went out the window. And somebody like me coming in trying to balance things and put conservation in a place where it gets considered. People, like, I sit with people all the time, and I'm telling them about the things we are doing to bring balance into the system, and it's like they don't want to hear it. They're mad. And I'm like, well, you can be mad or you can fix it. I was mad in 2014, but I chose to fix it.
And
as much as I could, anyway.
And the promise they made, the Irvings, to build a big industry and all that, to create jobs, it really hasn't been...
No, they've invested. They did. I mean, they've invested, but, like, whether you agree or disagree with the plan in 2014, they did. They've met their commitment for investment. And there's 20,000 jobs in the forestry industry in New Brunswick.
You know what? I bitch and complain about that Forestry Act since 2014 because I was concerned because when I was in Fredericton, when J.D. Irving himself comes in a room of 300 people and comes to me and say, Charles, how you doing? And I told him, I said, James, for you to come and acknowledge me in front of 300 people, this must be big. And I was right. Listen, there's one thing I've never seen. How many pages is that Forestry Act deal anyway?
Oh my God, I don't know, Charles.
Have you seen it?
I don't. Yeah. But I don't know how many pages.
Can a person have a look at it? It must be online anyway.
Charles, you know what you should do?
A lot of things I should do.
You should come up to my office again, and I'll get a copy of the agreement.
Yes, me, you, and DOG.
I miss DOG. Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, it's Friday night. You get the grandkid crying behind, and thank you very much. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. But, you know, little Kaysen is looking at the computer screen, and I think we're teaching him right, Charles, from a young age here.
It depends. You don't know if he's going to be a liberal or NDP or who knows.
I don't care what he is. You know what he's going to be? He's going to be a redneck.
Liberals, conservatives, all the same thing, right?
Oh, I think there's a difference or two here or there. But nonetheless, we're all human beings, right?
Have a good weekend.
You, brother.
Bye-bye. Okay, so there it is. This is just like to be educated on what's going on, and I got educated. Yeah, I was educated. I got educated, and did you?